And we're back. You've all been clambering for it, and by you all, I mean nobody. It's been the players in particular, as nobody has so far really talked all too much. But we are here again with the Daggerheart campaign that we were on in all the small places. Would anybody like to give the recap for this one, or shall I?
Not it.
Not it.
So last time we picked up after having saved Sonny Clay and Starflight, and after interrogating the knight a bit, we went about helping out the dragons that were in the auditorium, and then went to Starflight's office, where, after checking around, we discovered a book filled with magic spells that as we got deeper into the book, it was becoming increasingly more evident that these weren't exactly good spells for the health of others, including one that, on a page that seemed to be torn out, having to do with death. We then came across Pearl in the classroom, very heavily injured, and with some smart maneuvering, we managed to heal her. We continued back outside after questioning Starflight on the existence of the book, only to discover that the large group of soldiers that had come to invade the school were dropping dead because of the spell. So now we're going to have to try and find out who has essentially been using the school as their little testing grounds for the spells in this book.
Indeed.
Did I get that about right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And with that, we end up jumping back in the very next day. As it turns out, the school wasn't closed down, but quite a few students did end up leaving, both Scavenger and Dragon alike, feeling that it wasn't exactly safe, especially in the middle of what appears to be a potential war that is going on. Y'all don't know too much about it, y'all haven't been told too much about it, but you were given the option to stay or leave. You guys all decided to remain staying, as you have clues and things that you need to discover.
Snap tried to go home, but her mother said, fuck no.
Her mother was like, no, don't. Look, what's the worst that could happen again this time?
They could come back.
They could come back again.
Not if they're all dead.
It seems like there's another Darkstalker incident about to happen.
There's another Darkstalker incident, I think. I can feel it.
There's a giant black cube in the sky. It's a little ominous.
But
there's another one that's just small and that's just been blocking doors.
Yeah.
But you made friends with those two that you were helping out, right?
But you made friends,
I cooperated with them. I don't really consider them really friends yet. I barely know them.
But, the one scavenger who died was, buried and the like. And replacing them is Morris. Morris is now officially a part of y'all's class, along with Stone or Snack Size.
Snack Size!
Now, the only question is, where the heck are we right now?
You are currently in your cave. It is shared amongst the three of you, as well as your two scavengers. They end up having their own small little corner, as you can see just over here. And then you guys have y'all's own little spots, kind of wherever it is that you want in this cave. But this cave is y'all's.
I can't manipulate the terrain to see through the mountain.
If you click on me or one of the others, you should be able to automatically drop the tiles down.
Yep.
Okay, it's... Oh, I'm not close enough, that's why.
Yeah, I do know
Right,
you have to zoom in a little bit for it to also
Yep,
activate.
found it. Oh, hey, did you modify the cave a bit?
Just a little. I updated it some.
Sweet.
So, what is it that y'all do as y'all, wake up for the morning, getting ready for the different classes that y'all have assigned yourselves to?
I do know that Cold Snap would check to make sure everyone's breathing and alive before really doing anything else.
This is a fair thing to
That's
do.
the last time she woke up.
In Cedar's case, in Cedar's case, he more than likely immediately made sure that nothing was missing from his belongings, specifically the scroll case, which he now has, let's say, relatively hidden in his little sleeping area, which he carries with him when he's not sleeping, obviously. And he's probably gonna go see if there's any kind of food sitting around.
Sure enough, there is a table with some food on it for you. What about you, Flame Tongue?
Flame Tongue is going to approach Cedar and just ask it, Cedar, do you mind if I see that book of spells that we found? I want to see if I can memorize the handwriting so I can try and make sure that I can spot it. If we happen to stumble across anyone with similar handwriting. It's not a perfect way of finding out who is responsible for that book, but it's a start.
Yeah, all right. He's just gonna like basically just pull out the book from the scroll case and not pass it over, but he'll open it and set it out on the table.
Yeah, Flametongue is going to start looking through everything, just memorizing the handwriting.
No, I'm gonna be honest with you. I would highly, highly advise against ever trying to actually use any of this stuff. I'm not saying you're going to, but don't try to fuck around with it. It literally does blow up in your face.
Oh, don't worry. I don't intend on using anything like this. I'm alright with learning magic, but these spells. Alright, anyways, so what role would I make to try and memorize the handwriting?
You would be making, I would say, knowledge roll.
Alright, and I'm also going to spell to... What? Do I spend the hope after my roll to add one of my experiences?
You'll spend it during, so you'd spend it now in order to add one of your experiences.
Okay, so I'm going to spend one of my hope to add a fast learner, which will give me +3.
Fast learner. Cool.
And you roll with hope.
That is going to be a 19 with hope.
Yeah, sure
Nice.
enough, you recognize that handwriting. You'll be able to recognize it pretty well if you end up coming across it again.
I'm gonna just go out on a limb and say that Cedar is going to try to do the same thing, but just not actively he's gonna recall it if he needs to. That kind of memory.
I don't know where.
Once Flametongue is finished memorizing the handwriting, he's just going to nod to Seer to let him know that he done memorizing things. And
well, he's gonna close the book and put it away, but then gonna kind of look at Flametongue a little bit. You said you wanted to learn how to do some basic stuff, right?
yes, That's correct.
Maybe, what classes do you have today?
I think I have a class that's going to go over some of the basics of anatomy, which should be helpful. But I think that I also spoke to Sunny about getting into some magic classes.
Well,
No, I'm sure that will be very basic for me.
I mean,
Like myself.
there's only really one question for the DM. Is there basically only one magic class, or are there multiple levels of it?
There is only one, as everybody is kind of just now learning that these kind of not runic, but the circular type magic exists.
Well, yeah, you'll be in the same class as me, so that'll be helpful.
Oh, I'm sure that. Oh, I have no doubt that having you around will help speed things along for me. And with that, Bloom just is going to go and retrieve what seems to be a letter that hasn't quite sealed yet. He's going.
Hey, hold on one sec. I heard what happened?
Oh, just a second. I'm gonna come out there real quick.
Okay. What happened? I am muted. Oh, okay, apparently I'm not muted. Hold on a moment.
No worries, I muted you on this end. Just message me whenever you're ready to go again. Until then, Flame Tongue.
Yeah, so Flame Tongue is essentially taking out a letter that he had written and just reading over it. And it is a letter that he plans to have sent out to his father to explain the entire situation that had happened, and essentially ask for his father to convince Queen Ruby to help out with the war effort. Since evidently Pyre is now at war with invaders.
Indeed. Stone will kind of speak a little bit in broken dragon. Oh, lives again. I will unmute you.
I lived.
You can speak again.
Yeah.
But Stone will kind of look over and talk in broken dragon. Everything be okay?
Yes, I just going to find someone that's going to be heading back to. Just need to find someone that's going to be heading back to the kingdom I come from to deliver this letter to my father. He's one of the greatest generals that the Scavengers have ever had, and no doubt that if he can convince Queen Ruby to send him out, it would be send him out with a large force. It would be quite the help in the war that's now going on near the Rainwing Kingdom. Flame tells you after checking that the letter is written to his liking. Flame's just going to fold back up, tuck it back into the. Just going to fold it back up and make sure that everything is all sealed.
Okay.
I'll be right back. And Flame is going to leave the cave to go find someone to find a way to get the letter sent out. He's going to place him with the staff for now.
Yep. Cedar.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. What would the first thing Cedar's going to be doing this morning? Obviously, there's more than likely going to be somebody else going back to the Icewing Kingdom to let everybody else know there. So he really doesn't have enough pull to really do anything any more than anyone else would. So he's not going to bother sending any messages like Flame Tongue. In this particular instance, he's more interested in actually trying to get through with his classes. So,
what classes would you have signed up for in particular? Obviously, the magic class.
Yeah, there's history as well. He's big on history. And more than likely, metalworking and stuff like that.
Okay.
Mostly due to the fact that he hand forged his rings and they're really crappy.
Yeah, you definitely need to get that upgraded. You have to use some of that gold.
Oh yeah.
And finally, Cold Snap. What kind of classes do you have? What are you planning on the day?
I'm trying to remember what all classes there are. Is there like a cultural appreciation class of some sort?
There is indeed, specifically in order to help, cultural exchange between the dragon tribes and also the Scavengers.
That is a class that I feel she would have. Same with a history class. Although I feel like she would also have a free period to just go hide out in the library and chill.
Most certainly. Would you be a part of the magic class or no?
Nope. No magic class.
No magic class for you?
She knows too much about magic already.
No, fair enough. All right. In that case...
And by that, yeah.
Who would like to end up starting to go through some of their classes first?
Well, we have a few classes that overlap between some people, although none of us are in the same class at the same time as each other, like all three of us.
I think the only one would be history for everybody.
That depends. What would Flame Tongue do? Would Flame Tongue be in that?
Hold on.
Oh, okay.
Just having... Oh, yep. And I lost connection.
Yeah, you keep popping back in and out of the game.
Dang.
Okay, actually... Yes. Alright, hold on. Loading. Load, goddamn you!
I believe in you.
No. In the meantime, I guess a question for you: would Flame Tongue have taken the history class as well? I forget.
Yeah, he would have taken the history class.
Okay, so that's our first class that all three of us share. Our only one, actually.
Yep. I will pop you all over to the history class.
Heck yeah.
Cold Snap. Flame Tongue. Where are you, Cedar?
Boing.
And Stone will also be a part of it. Morris, however, will not. Actually, Morris will be a part of everything. He's just going to be a part of everybody's class.
He's just lurking in the background at all times.
I'd imagine as a part of the cultural class, there's a lot of cooking. So he'd probably be interested in the sandwich making side of it.
He would indeed. He wants the sandwiches. Feel free to put yourselves wherever you would like inside of this class.
Right here. I'm kidding.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, just give me a moment. I'm just trying to...
Yep, you're good.
Cold Snap's just kind of back here, so she's away from as many dragons and scavengers as possible.
Morris will stick where he is, and Stone will have been feeling a little bit, not as frightened of Cold Snap anymore, now that Cold Snap has protected him once or twice, and will stay with him.
Boo. Friendship
So
level
things
up.
are being all right. So things are being a bit weird on my end. I keep on re-entering, but it's a bit weird.
It's all good.
Did you close out the application and try reopening it?
Yes, I did that.
See if there's an update available, maybe.
And I think there was an update for me.
Yes.
On the bright side, worst comes to worst, there is the live stream.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
No, there is
Alright.
not an update.
Hmm.
Alright, well, with that, you would all watch as Sunny kind of gets a few different scrolls and papers ready before she kind of begins to speak to the class, teaching, different parts about the history and the cultural exchanges between the different dragon tribes that she has so far experienced herself, as well as what has been written down by quite a few of the others, including also going over some of the scavengers. In fact, she ends up giving one of the stories about how she ended up basically holding up some of the scavengers hostage at one point, trying to find one of the items that she needed, one of the dream stones, in order to try and communicate a little bit more. During this, are all of you kind of paying attention a little bit, or are some of you trying to potentially discover a little bit of information, see if you can't end up figuring out, the person in the school who has gotten into a bit more of the darker arts?
Let me double check on something real quick. I might have something important here. Do I have... I do. I'm going to be having a little mage hand write stuff down for me while I try to look around and keep an eye on people without drawing attention. I'm just kind of curious. What? Was it what I said?
No.
Mage hand.
You have your mage hand out, so I popped it out.
Oh, there. I wasn't looking.
Yeah.
Friku. Yeah, Friku. It is as big as me, and it's writing, by the way.
That is great.
What are other people's reactions to this, by the way? That's what I'm curious about.
Just a big old mage hand? Well, certainly very interesting. You can even see Sunny kind of is a little shocked at first, but remembers after a little bit she's the one who ended up talking with you specifically about the magic and whatnot. And while she doesn't discourage you, she does, kind of look at you a little bit sideways, as the magic class itself is a little hush-hush.
Well, in response to that, the mage hand is going to shrink down a little bit so it's not so obvious. There it is.
Snap is... Yeah. Right next to you.
Sorry, I'm sorry to interrupt. That is like screenshot material right there.
Yeah.
Somebody get that. I can't do it.
We'll zoom in a little bit here. There we go. Unfortunately,
Anyway.
I can't screenshot the game, but I can pause the moment in the video and grab it, I'm sure.
Yeah.
No.
24 minutes
All
in.
right.
Remember that.
All right.
Yeah. Cold Snap
Alright.
is mostly
man.
paying attention, but also sort of passively looking around to just, on a surface level, see if anyone's acting off. But she's mostly paying attention.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was going for by even bothering with the mage hand. I want to see if anybody has an especially suspicious reaction to me using magic.
Okay. Go ahead and make me a instinct roll.
Okay.
Bloop.
Okay, what is there anything here that I can use for that?
Plus
You rolled with fear.
1.
Where did I put all my fear
But
dice?
that's an 8.
There it is.
11. I'm not 11. 10. I'm at 10. With fear.
With a 10, you can end up noticing there is one person in this classroom who seems to kind of notice. I will drop them in now. Where are
dear.
they?
I didn't roll yet. So.
Well, you go ahead and roll, and then
second.
we'll see.
Right.
Yeah,
I'm sorry about my silence. I've just been trying to get things all figured out.
Yep, I know. I'm trying to figure out if any of my experiences would matter, but I don't think so. So I'm just gonna have to roll it as it is. Which is a +1.
I forgot to check to make sure there's anything else.
Yep.
To be added to that.
2d12.
So it's probably more than 10.
Go! I rolled a 6, so I get a hope, but I'm at max hope. Also fear.
God.
You rolled 8. 8 was the higher, so it was with fear.
Yeah, gotcha. Oh, it was with fear. No. When I roll a 6, I get a hope.
Oh, you do get a hope whenever you roll a 6. That's right.
But I'm at
or
full
you clear,
anyway, so.
You clear stress too, I believe.
I do not have any stresses to clear.
Yeah. Well, you had a full rest anyways.
Yeah.
Anyway,
whatever I rolled, add 1.
Yep. And did you find any experiences that you could add with that cold snap?
Nothing extra.
Okay. So with a 10, you notice this person in particular seems to notice and kind of recognize it a little bit.
Person jumps here.
Frostbite. You're not super familiar with them. You've seen them around a little bit. And then you also, well, not you, but Cedar, you notice this person notice it as well. White Moon. You've also kind of seen them around a little bit in the school, but you don't really know much about them either.
Well, that's good to know.
With that, the rest of the class goes by without really too much going on. And eventually, you can hear Sunny end up saying, "All right, everybody, that's it. Class is over. You got a little bit of time before your next class ends up coming up, wherever it is that you're going. I encourage everybody in order to, talk amongst each other, make friends while you're here. That's one of the main things we're here for, is the cultural exchange. In order to, make sure that we don't end up, falling into the same mistakes of the past that we've had before." And she will go into the back where she will try and start preparing for her next class.
I thought this was history class.
So we do have someone in the stream chat at the moment, Caster PD, asking, are you guys also having connection issues? And yes, I, in fact, am having a lot of connection issues at the moment.
Hi, by the way.
Hello.
Hello, Caster.
Yeah, well, no, the rest of us are pretty much fine.
I am just going to have to close Salespire and not bother with it this time around.
Fair enough. You could watch live.
Yeah, it'd help me. Alright, so someone's going to have to control Flame Tongue for me.
I'll move them around.
Right. Woo.
So,
okay.
What would you guys like to do?
Cold Snap is free action confused.
The free action confused.
She thought they were in history.
I haven't done anything in several minutes because of the connection issues.
Yeah.
Alright, can I make a roll to try and see if I also notice the same people that took notice of Cedar's Mage Hand?
Absolutely. It would be instinct. Would you like me to go ahead and roll it, or one of them?
I have a dice roller pulled up. I got a 14 with hope.
14 with hope. Okay. Sure enough, you are able to notice both of them.
Nice.
At the moment, Cedar is going to kind of, the side eye thing on my little pop up talking thing. He's gonna side eye this one a little bit and then get back to writing some more notes.
Okay.
It's not like a malicious side eye or anything. It's just like that's just the way he looks.
He looks very suspicious at all times.
Yeah.
So Flametongue's is going to go over to White Moon.
Okay.
And he's just going to act a bit sheepish and ask her, hello, so I was wondering if you happen to be taking any notes on anything. I completely forgot to do so. I mean, I'm going to guess that to try and convince her that I didn't take any notes, it would be a presence check.
If you're trying to deceive.
I mean, right. Did he take notes?
Shh. He's trying to fool her. Alright, so that is... He's basically doing it so he can just see her handwriting.
Yep.
Alright, so that is going to be a 17 with fear. 17 with fear because I have a +2 to presence.
Okay. And with fear, I'm going to go ahead and spend that fear already on myself and roll a d20.
To see if she notices that I'm lying.
Yep. Okay. And with that, she's going to kind of side-eye you, similarly to how, what's his name? Cedar ended up side-eyeing her.
What is it, side-eye you the game?
Apparently. After a little bit, she'll sigh, and she'll be like, all right, sure, I'll show you my notes. And just make sure you take notes from now on.
Yes, I'm very sorry about that.
She'll flip through a couple of the pages before handing you over the book. I would like, specifically, Cedar, you to go ahead and make me a instinct roll.
Is there any particular reason, or is this like a passive type thing?
It is a passive type thing.
Got it. So it's a +1 to it. I can't add anything to it. That's with hope. I'm still at max hope, and that is a straight up 20.
Alrighty, and with that, you notice as she was flipping through the pages, she ended up casting a spell before handing the book.
Do I recognize the handwriting at all?
You do not.
Damn.
I'm gonna. I don't think I can really do anything without. Oh, you know what? I'm just gonna spend a hope to do some telepathy bullshit.
Okay.
I have that one, right? Yes, I do. I do have that one available. Okay. I can spend a hope, and I'm going to basically talk directly into Flametongue's head and be like, don't freak out. I'm just talking to you. Nobody else can hear you. What you're seeing isn't real. There's some kind of spell that was cast.
French is just going to frown slightly, but he's going to aim. But he's going to be looking down as he does it to make it look like as if he's reading the notes, and he's just going to start copying some notes. But he does just look his tail towards Cedar to give an acknowledgement. Once he's done writing a few things down, he hands the book back over to White Moon. Thank you again, and hope that you have the nice rest of your day. And what was your name again?
It's White Moon. What's yours?
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you, White Moon. And I am Flametongue, and then you will just walk away.
By the way, a weird side effect of this telepathy thing is that it lasts until I fall asleep. I'm sorry.
I'm in your head forever now.
I'm just in your head for the rest of today. Sorry. Also, you can talk back.
Yeah, so maybe just so Flametongue just want to respond back with telepathy. Well, that'll certainly be useful, and considering that she seemed to conceal something in her book, or maybe possibly change her handwriting, Set, it does seem that she could be of some suspicion, possibly the one responsible for that book.
Yeah.
We'll simply have to keep an eye on her.
Could I make a joke
Yep.
over the table real quick?
Absolutely.
Plot twist, she just didn't really want to give you her notes, but she is like, okay, well, if this guy wants to use my notes, I'll give him the wrong notes.
Plot twist, she was just drawing yaoi the whole time.
Oh my god.
That's why she did that spell. She didn't want him to know her secrets.
drawing freaky shit of Cedar.
Oh no!
She's heard about how people think Quibbly and Prince Winter are a couple, so she was drawing Winter Yaoi.
All right.
Moving
And
swiftly on from that joke.
it goes on to Cold Snap, who appears to be going over to Frostbite.
Yes. So as she approaches, she's kind of got this swagger to her. Not like a full-on, but more of a, and I'm just kind of gonna come over here for a second. She looks at Frostbite, and she says, hey, that was weird, wasn't it? She's very awkward.
Oh, you mean the spell that was cast earlier? Yeah. I'm not exactly all too familiar with the stuff. I only just recently learned that it existed. It's still kind of weird, I guess.
I should actually probably introduce myself. I'm Cold Snap.
Right. Names. That's a thing. My name's Frostbite.
Nice to meet you. Yep.
Sorry, I'm not really much of a people person.
Neither am I. People often believe I am being sarcastic. In reality, that is just how I talk.
I get that pain. So, what's your next class, I guess?
Well, I thought we were in history, but I suppose it was actually cultural appreciation. Really, I didn't think these other guys had cultural appreciation. They're in my sleeping cave. Clawmates. Anyways, my next class is really more of a free period.
Oh. Unfortunately, I think I have the math class next. I was kind of forced to by my father in order to go over to that.
I was forced into the history class by my mother.
Right, well, I guess I'll see you later then.
See you later, I suppose.
And he'll move off and start to head over to his class. And as he gets
I just like creeped him out a little bit.
Yeah, right about as he gets up here, he kind of turns back around. You want to meet up for lunch or something?
Sure. That'd be pretty chill. Ugh. Sorry for the pun. Absolutely not my intention.
It's cool. I didn't mean it either. and he'll head off.
Does Cedar hear all of this, by the way?
Cedar hears everything, and Cedar is wondering if they are the exact same person.
We're just going.
Cedar's going to.
Hears it all. Oh, sorry.
Cedar's going to think to Flame Tongue. Are they the same person?
Either that, or they might be a perfect match.
What an icy conversation.
Flame's just going to look over at Cold Snap, just giving a look of, I saw all that.
Riku is going to slowly morph into a thumbs up and then quickly snap back to being a middle finger.
Cold Snap just looks over because she felt like she was being stared at. I was like, what?
Cold Snap was in fact being stared at.
No, go back just a bit. Oh no, gosh.
So my working theory here, by the way, is that some of Cedar's spells were experimentation in attempting to mimic the abilities of the other tribes. With the telepathy being sort of like the mind reading thing for Nightwings, and the camouflage ability obviously being Rainwing based. Just wanted to share that over the table.
Yeah.
That sounds like it would track.
I think the handgun would be the finger pointing. Would be best. Sushi.
Yeah, I was looking for the best one. I guess that's the best one.
Yes.
Wait.
Oh my god.
Wait.
Point at that.
You.
You.
We're gonna keep this one. Make this one Friku 2.
I'll just make all of them unique, so you can choose one at your own leisure.
Excellent.
Wonderful.
Oh, grab.
I grab you.
Oh.
Shake, 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 shake.
Wacky. Duh. Crawling? Oh my goodness.
Oh my lord. This is getting...
Horns.
Rock and roll.
Almost done.
This is so wacky.
There's only one more after this.
Cease. Halt. That one can die. I'm good.
That one could die? Alright. I'll make that one no longer unique. Alright, that's all of them.
Alright.
I gotta pull that one back out, since you don't like that one, to make it ununique. Not unique. And kill.
It is no longer... It's been mass-produced and thus no longer unique.
There you go. You can always look in the unique creatures whenever you want to spawn one of them.
Can we just have a room dedicated specifically to the Frikus?
The Friku room.
The Friku room.
And whenever they're needed, they are teleported in.
Yep. He's just got a tiny box full of little hands.
Absolutely wonderful.
And then we kill all of these. There we go. Alright, anyways.
Oh no.
You get back over to the group. Go ahead, now that we're done messing around.
So, oh, yeah, sorry.
So are you going to be meeting up with that other dragon later?
Why do you sound like my mother trying to set me up with a suitor or something?
Cedar's gonna speak in a plain tongue's head like, what? This is just confusion.
True story.
I didn't intend for it, but the two of you seem almost too similar.
Cedar's gonna keep a mental note of the direction that other dragon is going. To the teacher, I seems.
seems to be
So is
talking.
Flame Tongue.
Alright.
In any case, yes, I will be meeting up with him later.
Well, I hope that goes well, and maybe we can still learn a few things. But it did sound like that he is new to all the magic.
Yeah.
It sure did.
Being quiet for a moment. Yeah, unlike the other one. He's gonna gesture towards White Moon. So far, a bit of a... And this is going directly to Flame Tongue, by the way. So far, the only one I suspect.
That's... I have the same feeling here. Because why would she want to hide something in her book when I asked for notes?
You could have an embarrassing secret.
True.
What? Oh. That would make sense.
Hey, weird question.
Yes.
Would Cold Snap's ability to sense emotions sort of allow her to feel the emotion behind the thoughts we're sending to each other?
I mean,
do you understand what I mean?
if you would actively do so, then yes. But you would need to actively choose.
Cold Snap, what do you mean?
Yes.
Okay.
Alright, I will be back. I have to go eat.
Okay.
I shall return.
The cutoff.
Well, I guess at this point, can I hear what they're saying over what Sunny and White Moon are saying?
If you would like to listen in, go ahead and make an instinct roll.
May I
will
also
do
try
so.
to listen in? Okay,
Yeah, I assume so.
Okay. Do. Oh! 16 with hope. Wait, I have more because it was an instinct roll.
No, 15.
18
so
with
16
hope.
for. Yeah. So 16 for me and I gain a hope.
And 18 for Cold Snap, and also hope.
Mm-hmm.
You can end up hearing as she is talking to Sunny. It seems they are currently talking about her family. She ends up saying, "Listen, I understand that you're concerned that your mother is going to be, part of the school and teaching some of the classes, but it's not the end of the world, okay?" And it's around this time that White Moon kind of sighs and begins to head out.
What is Cedar's next class anyway? That's a good question.
Free period is what Cedar. Oh no, Cedar. Never mind. I thought you were talking about Cold Snap.
Yeah.
I believe you said you had this, your magic class, and then I don't remember if you said you had any other classes.
The metalcraft.
Metalcraft. It would
just general smithing.
probably be your magic class next.
Okay. That one that Flame Tongue is also going to. Although, now that I think about it, hey Cold Snap, you have a free period next, right?
Yeah.
Why don't you come with us to the magic class? Even if you're not there to learn, just pretend. Observe.
I was planning to go to the library, but I suppose I could always just watch. Ugh, that sounds weird.
I mean, if you want to go investigate elsewhere, go ahead.
I'm sure between the two of you, you can, in fact, observe something.
Yeah, that's true. Well, I guess Flame Tongue and I'll go to the magic class and all that.
We could always regroup after classes.
Yeah, we'll do that.
You know where I sleep, and I know where you do too.
Do you?
We're clawmates. I do.
Do you?
No.
Suddenly, he disappears because the actual one was standing behind her. You know what I can do.
Yeah. And?
Yeah.
Mother, why do you force me into this?
Yeah, she's just like, I wish my mother hadn't have made me come here.
I don't know what's worse, this guy or the thing that happened yesterday.
Yeah. This guy is being weird to me. Not in any particular way. He's just being really weird. And for once it is directed toward me.
Yeah, he's kind of a show-off with his spells, if you hadn't noticed. He's proud of himself.
So, we head over to our classes?
Yeah.
All right.
Class, because there's only one happening.
Yep. Shall we do the magic class first or the library first?
Well, since the other player isn't here for the magic class, let's do the library.
All right, library it is first.
Right.
You remember where the
where's
library
Morris
is?
And
right
Snack Size going to go, though?
Snack Size is following you for certain.
Duh.
Teleportation.
Okay, no, both of you, up here. Boop.
There we go.
That's not the library, is it?
This is the library.
It is? Or
Yep.
is it?
Walks in the room, piles of books and bookshelves everywhere. Is this a library?
I'm very confused
All right.
at the moment, don't mind me.
You're good. I will be right back. I just need to disappear for a minute.
Hey, one of the rules is no
Yeah.
climbing on the bookshelves.
Huh? Oh,
No
I didn't realize I was on the bookshelf, I just fell there.
no climbing on the bookshelves. That's the rule. So
Moment.
you spend your free period here in the library. You can see there's 2 other student dragons here. You can see a couple of scavengers. Most importantly, you end up seeing Starflight, as he is currently tracing his hand over some of the new braille on the paper in order to kind of read and whatnot. He kind of hears you, walking up a little bit. He goes, who's in there? Can I end up helping you?
Oh, it's Cold Snap. I'm just here for my free period.
Oh, great. Well, I'm sure you're already familiar with the books in here. I remember you spent it pretty much during your entire beginning first day.
Yes, I did. I dislike people for the most part.
I've never been super great with people. I try, though.
People aren't great with me. It's because of the way I talk.
Well, I won't bother you if you want to end up just being alone.
Is there anything I can help with? I'd rather not just sit around trying to find any kind of book to interest me.
Certainly. There is, I believe, a bit of a stack over here that I've been working on, getting ready to try and file it away. If you want, you can end up putting some of it up. I think Fate Speaker just ended up taking a few to the other side as she's getting ready for her teaching her next class.
Alright, I will help to put them away then.
You easily find the stack of books next to him. With you having already familiarized yourself with the library itself on your opening day, it's not too difficult for you to end up finding the different places. You do notice that Fate Speaker is leaving with a small book that seems to look somewhat familiar to your eyes. It seems to have been one of the ones that was kind of locked away, so that way people couldn't quite take it. It seems that she, as far as you could tell just by the cover of the book, might be the one teaching the magic class.
Wait. I'm sorry to stop you. You must be busy. I was wondering, because this desk looks really nice, that I was wondering where you got it.
Oh, that? It was a gift, actually. Well, I say a gift. It was, my daughter who ended up making it.
You have a daughter?
I do. Have you met
What's
her?
her name?
Yet?
I've returned. What'd I miss?
Learning things.
Have you met her yet? It's White Moon.
I actually think she's in my history class. Or at least she was today.
Oh, well, I hope you two are able to get along pretty well. She's a good girl.
Yeah, she doesn't seem too bad. Just a bit anxious.
I think she ends up taking that up from her father's side. Anyways, I must be off now. I hope that you enjoy the rest of your day.
Alright, you too. Thank you.
And she will head on out.
Alright, and I guess if I have any other books to put away, I'll continue with that.
Yep.
And do any other little odd jobs to just help out.
Simple enough, not too difficult.
Yep.
Alrighty, over to the magic class side of things.
Oh, apparently Cedar left his illusion standing in the corner the entire time. And you know what? I'm gonna leave it there.
That's so funny.
Don't talk to the dragon standing in the corner.
So
ignore the dragon in the corner. He doesn't exist.
Just from what I heard, word upon returning, so Fate Speaker and Starflight have a daughter who turns out to be a White Moon, and the desk was a gift from White Moon.
Yes.
Well, that answers that.
And she does seem to know magic, so that is not a gift. So that's a lot of stuff that's not pointing to a very good look for her.
Nonetheless, that thing is going over here underneath that thing in the sky.
Nope. Alright, y'all know that y'all's class in particular, for magic specifically, is behind this gated area, which is, told to you guys to be warded a little bit in order to help, protect some of the other students on the other side if anything crazy goes on, as well as to silence any noise coming from one side or the other.
Cedar is going to just use his simple prestidigitation and just like flick a little tiny spark at the gate and see how strong the ward is.
As you flick the spark, it ends up pretty much getting absorbed by the magic itself, seemingly further fueling whatever it is that is currently powering it.
Huh. Could I do something like roll knowledge or something to see if I can figure out what kind of spell it is or something like that?
You may. Go ahead.
All right, I'm gonna spend a hope to add magic tinkerer to it as well.
Alrighty.
Just because I want to. He would waste his time doing this. With fear, but that's a 20.
Alrighty.
Whoa, nice.
Go ahead and add that to my fear pool. And
Actually, no, that's a 22.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez.
So, as you kind of, look it over, studying it somewhat, you're not entirely certain what magic spell it is. You haven't learned it as of yet, but you do recognize it as being higher level than what you can currently cast.
Good to know. Well, I'm gonna head in here. This is gonna be my spot here.
Flame Tongue, you want to sit next to Cedar?
Yep, though as they're walking into that gated area, Flame's just going to smile at a White Moon. Oh, so are you in this? Are you in the So you're in the magic class as well? I was wondering if that was magic that you used on your book earlier. I had noticed it, but I just wasn't quite sure.
Unfortunately, I'm in this class, yes. But as for that, it's not important.
I'm just bad handwriting and just trying to make it look better?
More like you're a skywing, and if you sneeze on it, it's going to burst into flames.
Flame just silent for a few moments, like, well, I think that I think that we Skywings have a bit better control because we do need to. What would be the right word? Build it up slightly first.
Yeah, that much is true. Hi, by the way, I'm Cedar.
Yes. Good to meet you, Cedar. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm just not a very trusting individual overall.
Yeah, I can understand that.
With that, you see Fate Speaker kind of, finish doing what it is she's doing and looks over at everybody here. Right, okay, so first things first, who all knows magic and can perform some level of it? You see White Moon obviously raises her hand. Frostbite doesn't seem to raise his hand, although he seems to kind of debate it in his head whether it counts or not. And then this completely random dragon over here is just shrugs.
Flame just is going to gesture over at Cedar. Cedar does. It really came in handy. Well, in the recent events.
Yeah, actually, perfect example. He just disappears into the background and then reappears. I can do that.
Very useful. Must have been helpful with hiding from all of the soldiers that ended up coming in. Right, so for those of you who already understand it, in very basic terms, magic seems to be capable now, unlike it used to be, that any sort of circle drawn, you can end up casting magic from it. Although there's a little bit more complication from that. Every single magic spell has its own form of drawing in it that's needed. So if you end up doing this, for instance, she'll draw a quick circle, and you'll watch as she ends up connecting 4 separate points inside of that circle into a few lines. As she finishes, you watch as suddenly the lights at your table go out. And then she'll do another one, and all the lights on your table will flicker back on. Those are just 2 very basic ones. One is to kill all flames in the area, the other is to reignite them.
Cedar's gonna raise a hand. Does that work on flame breath as well? I never really got the chance to try it.
No, as far as I'm aware, it only works on flames that are, it's not the proper word, living, but organic, I guess would be a good word. Whereas, for instance, our Skywing here is able to breathe fire that is a more organic fire, one coming from inside of the body, made from the different chemicals that he has.
Okay. That makes sense. He's going to take very detailed notes about that.
Yep. She will continue on teaching more about the different magic circles and whatnot to the class, as well as proper safety measures and how to test magic circles that y'all haven't done before actually trying them. Is there anything that you guys would like to do as this class is going on?
Flametime just wants to try practicing a number of the circles that they're shown for the magic.
Okay.
Should I roll anything for that? And also, I do have like the fast learner experience, so like, would I just generally be able to learn all that a bit easier?
Yeah, I will let you choose whether you would like to end up using instinct for your own perception of trying to, see these circles and memorize them quickly, or knowledge in order to kind of really drill it into your head. Your choice.
They're both the same, and I'll go ahead and use it up to make use of fast learner.
All right.
Can I while that's happening, just like have Cedar like glance over at what Flametongue's doing and then telepathically give him pointers?
Sure. I'll allow that to be an advantage. So you will be able to re-roll your hope dice in particular with this advantage.
All right. And all right, let me. And by re-rolling the hope die, that is a crit with 2 11s.
Hey, there we go. You gain a hope and you get to reduce a stress. Although I don't think you have any
Nice.
stress. All right.
So I repeat everything that Fate Speaker shows us with flying colors perfectly.
Amazing.
As
I'm a goddamn natural at this.
I should have gone into magic instead of fighting physically years ago.
Of note, this is the stuff that Cedar had to figure out the hard and explosive way.
Cedar went wild.
What were you gonna say, Cold Snap player?
I was gonna have a quick behind the scenes type question. Could Cold Snap try to teach Snack Size a little bit more dragon to like help her refine her language skills?
Absolutely.
Woo.
What better place to do it than a library where you're supposed to be quiet?
I probably Stone's a dude. I'm stupid. Don't at me.
And with that, I think the magic class is over. Y'all are able to kind of, talk with a couple of the others should you like before you end up leaving. Otherwise, if that is it, everybody will be at lunch.
Woo.
I would probably like to talk to White Moon.
Okay.
Just more or less kind of sneak on over a little bit. Not really sneaking, but hey, how much of this stuff do you know? If you're willing to talk about it.
Excuse me.
Quite a bit, actually. And I should have explained it a little bit earlier. I kind of ignored it since the model was actually here, but the reason why you're guessing she is called White Moon is even though both of her parents are Nightwings, you can see that unnaturally she has kind of pale in color scales. You could definitely tell there's black in there, but they are unnaturally pale in color, nearing white.
Almost albino.
Yep.
Wee.
And anyways,
Well,
she says, I do know quite a bit, actually. In fact, Mother wouldn't end up have even knowing this existed if I didn't accidentally stumbling upon it when I was just drawing one day.
let me guess. It blew up in your face, didn't it?
Actually, I almost ended up freezing my father's tail off.
Oh, that's it's a little bit worse, I think. I would have preferred that to what happened to me. Yeah. He's gonna like show one of his rings, and like you could see the little carved symbols in it. I made some more permanent spellcasting tools. All my spells are here, actually. Well, a version of them, at least.
I see. I know a lot of Animus dragons, from what I've been told in particular, prefers to enchant a lot of items, whereas this type of magic, you don't enchant as many items since you could just keep papers of it and activate them when you need. As for me, I still prefer items.
Yeah, I personally, the whole reason I went with rings is because paper is paper. If what happens if the paper gets ripped or somebody burns it, or it's really hard to get rid of rings by
Indeed.
comparison.
As for me, I prefer the earrings that I wear.
Oh yeah. What do they do?
Well, these in particular help to kind of attack from a distance, I guess would be a good word.
I could do that too. I could do a lot of things with these, but yeah, maybe we should talk about some of this stuff.
Well,
Compare notes and stuff. I got a lot.
Lunch is coming up, if you would like to join me.
Yeah, sure. Flame Tongue over there is trying to learn some of this stuff after seeing how it works a little bit from yesterday. So, where were you yesterday, by the way?
Currently, I was hostage. Unfortunately, while my earrings can attack from a distance, I didn't exactly enchant them to be all that powerful. They weren't of any use when it came time in order to try and defend things here.
I guess I just got lucky then.
From your earlier demonstration of hiding, I probably should have taken note on that and done it myself, but I didn't quite know anything on hiding.
That one is really hard to use the way that I do it. It technically is just change how I look. He's just gonna change appearance to be like an exact copy of Flame Tongue and then switch back. Like I can do that. That's what the spell is actually for. I just wanted to some quick thinking, some small modifications, and there we go.
You think quick on your feet?
You have to.
Perhaps you can show me some things here, there.
Yeah, wouldn't be bad.
Well,
I think it's time for lunch, so we should probably get going then.
Indeed. and she will begin to head out herself.
Could I personally do what is it? I clicked the wrong button. Could I do some kind of like, can I roll instinct to see how much of that was genuine?
Let's see. Instinct. Yeah, I think instinct would make sense there. Yeah.
I mean, analyzing and comprehending what I'm being told is, I mean, it's words.
So
words are easy enough to comprehend once you know them. All right, rolling. I do get a hope back because I rolled a 6.
Yes.
But that is with fear, and I will add a +1 to the total of that, so that is 11.
Okay.
The +1 just comes from instinct.
As far as you can tell, everything that she was saying was indeed true. If, she didn't necessarily tell you everything that she did know.
Yeah, that much is kind of obvious. He was mostly keeping an eye out for specific lies.
Yeah. Meanwhile,
it's easier to figure that out.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Blitz will kind of look over to Flame Tongue. Hey.
Who? That guy.
Yeah, right, Frostbite will look over to Flame Tongue. Hey.
Oh, yes?
So, I was just wondering, you're like clawmates, right? You and that Cedar guy over there and Cold Snap?
Yes, that would be correct.
Then maybe you can end up answering this for me. Is Cold Snap seeing anyone?
I'm just going to stare blankly for a few moments, then just going slowly grinning excitement. Not as far as I know, and considering how she seems to be, I would hazard to guess that, again, the answer is no. I don't think she is. And I assume that you know some similarities between you two, and now you might be smitten with her?
Oh, God.
Well, I don't know about all of that in particular. I mean, I just ended up meeting her just a little while ago, but we kind of did, I think, have some things in common. I was gonna see if maybe she wanted to go for the, annual flight in the night thing that's going on. Apparently, it's a usual common thing at this school. I think some people have nicknamed it prom.
What a weird name. Cedar's just gonna butt in a little bit. That's strange. It's a really strange name.
Yeah, I know. I prefer Night Flight better as a name. It's much better than that. But I was just wondering. So, thank you for, answering the questions. And he'll walk off. And even though he's also monotone, you could definitely tell through his white, scales that he's definitely somewhat blushing as he leaves as well.
Oh my gosh, romance subplot.
God. Cedar, noticing that Flametongue's head is currently lodged in the table. I'm gonna fix that real quick. He's gonna telepathically speak. So that happened.
Yes, it did. And unless you need me to come along, I just want to ask a Fate Speaker a few questions about this class. Like, if this is the only one every day. only time that every day, and if everyone that was in this room are the only students taking magic at the moment.
I would like to tell you, this is still in telepathy, so nobody else can actually hear this. Unless there are mind readers around. Notably.
Stare suspiciously at Fate Speaker.
Do you read
She's got a
minds?
vibe sensor. But no, yeah, I will mention, actually, I have my own private location to practice magic away from the rest of this. Specifically requested. So, yeah, if you want to join me there, we could practice too.
Oh, I will certainly like to join.
What's going on? Am I missing something?
Because I'm watching the stream, I can see. I can see what she's typing. Anyways, well, I will certainly enjoy being able to practice a bit more. And if I remember correctly, you don't need to be seen.
Oh god, Fate Speaker ships them. Stares lovingly into your eyes. Look at me. Look at me. I'm the captain now.
God.
Okay.
While that's happening, Cedar's gonna look over at Fate Speaker. Why do you have a bird skull on the shelf up there, by the way?
Oh my lord.
Oh,
No,
that was
great.
my pet, actually.
So you kept its skull?
Do you remember it by?
I guess that's normal.
That's a rather large skull for a bird.
It was a vulture.
Oh,
That
they can
explains
get
things.
quite large.
Well, in any case, so are there any additional classes for magic over the course of a day, or is this the only one every day?
This is the only one every day. I'm the only one who ends up teaching it, and I do have other classes that I have to teach throughout the day as well.
I see, and I suppose that everyone that was in here are the only students for that class?
Currently. If somebody else signs up, they might end up joining, but these are the only ones at the moment.
I
see.
would like to offer any help you know, anything you might need, I can help with. I'm a bit higher level than most of the others here. I say most, not all.
Well, perhaps I could end up having you teach one of the classes? Some basic level things?
Yeah, as most important thing I'm going to definitely be teaching first is what not to do, because I did a lot of that.
Yes, I did end up hearing a little bit about that from Sunny when she told me that you seem to be unnaturally gifted in this area.
Yeah, most of the things I did when I first started learning this was a lot of explosions.
Yes. Well, y'all best be on y'all's way to lunch. You'll end up missing all the cattle out there.
Right, just one more question before I go. I noticed that White Moon seems to have a higher, seems to be more attuned to being able to use this magic than myself or anyone else who isn't Cedar here. And from the looks of it, is it possible that is she a hybrid? A Nightwing Icewing? Judging by the coloration of her scales, but also her name.
No, she wasn't, actually. I don't think anyone in my family ended up having any relations with any Icewings, and I don't believe that Starflight ended up having any as well. whenever we ended up having her egg, it came out almost entirely white. And whenever she hatched, we just kind of knew the name that we needed to give her.
And you're just going to stare at her for a moment, blinking slowly. Well, that's quite strange. I suppose that there could be potential for latent Nightwing aspects because of, well, of course, way back in time, but to that degree, well,
You
that
are
does all
quite
seem
well
very
learned in your
interesting.
history. Why am I spinning? What's going? What is it? Why? Okay, there we go.
Well, I do try my best to try and understand the other tribes. And, of course, there was also the whole situation with a certain Animus years back that I learned of.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna head off to lunch now.
I'll come along with you.
Where's the lunchroom?
Lunch is not in a room in particular.
Because I can't control my model.
It is
You
outside,
can stay there then.
usually
No.
held
Cool.
up here. And I will
can't control my flesh.
teleport.
There's my flesh.
There you go. And then I will go
Fun
ahead
fact.
and teleport Stone, and I will teleport Cold Snap.
I would like to say that Cold Snap probably got there a little bit later.
Mhm.
Got kind of distracted with trying to help quite a bit.
Starflight definitely
In the
thanked
library.
you on your way out.
Hmm.
And I am going to go ahead and spend a fear token in order to add a story beat to this.
Oh no!
As you guys end up getting outside towards the lunch, where a lot of the cattle is supposed to be, some of y'all can end up seeing that the cattle seem to be almost sickly in nature, as if they're kind of on their last legs. Not as in, like they're puking their guts out and they're actually just sick, but they're thin, as if they haven't eaten in a long time. You can tell that they look older than you would kind of expect for, some of the cattle that they would end up bringing in as well.
Could I roll knowledge on that and try to see if I can figure out something with that?
Absolutely.
You kind of just getting a general sense, seeing if there's anything magical wrong with them.
Can I see if there's anything other than cows?
Yes, you may.
That's a 10.
With fear.
With fear, I'm going to try and figure out something. Hold on. Do I have anything over here?
Okay. I guess I would be using rolling instinct to see if there's anything other than cows.
Yep.
Yeah,
I'm gonna roll to see if there's anything wrong with it. Wrong with the cows.
Two types of people.
That is a 19 with hope.
I got a 20 with fear.
Well, y'all
22 with fear.
Y'all motherfuckers quit rolling with fear.
Y'all are only
I'm
adding
scared.
to my power.
I just
Look at
want
that
non-sickly
fear.
cows.
On the bright side, I can only have 5 more before I'm at my max.
Yay.
Anyways, with the 19, do I notice if there's anything wrong with the cows?
You can definitely tell there's something magical in nature with it. Unfortunately, your 10, was it, Cedar, isn't enough. But Flame Tongue, you're able to end up being able to tell that it's definitely some magic that is affecting them. They were not like this earlier. As for you, Cold Snap, You notice that there are some goats, in fact. Not just any goats, but mountain goats. They tend to be a lot more lean and a bit more gamey in nature.
I'm gonna go catch me a mountain goat.
It's not too difficult for you, especially since they have to end up climbing and you can fly.
Yep. I have a mountain goat now.
So Flamestone is going to point out to Cedar the fact that the cows seem to be affected by magic.
Well, that's odd. Do you notice anything else about them, or?
Would I have noticed anything else about them with my 19?
Not really, since that's what the one thing you were kind of looking for was.
Not that I can tell.
Well, that's fine.
It's right around this time that everybody kind of starts to gather up together. We'll start with Frostbite first, since Cold Snap was kind of left out of things for a little while. Frostbite comes up to you, Cold Snap, is like, hey, I noticed you got yourself a mountain goat.
Yeah, the cows looked sick.
Oh, are they? I'll stick away from them then. Is the mountain goat any good?
A bit stringy. I prefer seal or something, but obviously there aren't any of those here.
Yeah, makes sense. I kind of prefer, largemouth bass, personally. I guess I'll be going and getting a goat then. I don't want to accidentally catch whatever the cattle have.
Good idea.
I'll be back. And he goes to catch one before he comes back with the goat.
Theodore's just gonna go sit off on his own. He's not really hungry right now.
Yeah. So I'm just going to try to keep an eye out for anyone like Sunny or Clay, so they can let them know about what he knows about the cattle.
Yeah. You'll notice the dragon kind of comes up to you and looks you up and down a little bit.
Hello there.
Hey.
Can I help you?
I was just, kind of thinking and wondering. We got the same color scales. Are you a skywing too?
That I am.
Oh my gosh! I'm a skywing.
I think Spark might be a little bit slow.
Oh. Oh, were you? Oh.
No, I was just gonna joke saying you just kind of see a Cold Snap side-eyeing the commotion.
Were you hatched in one of those groups that's not exactly tied to any of the kingdoms? Because I would suspect that would make sense if you don't often see other skywings.
Well, I mean, I was born after, everything was kind of done. I was hatched not extremely long ago, but long enough that I'm allowed to in order to attend the school now.
What?
Everybody else notices Cedar just kind of like staring from over there. It's like, what in the world?
Well, if there's anything that you want to know about Barrakind, I'll tell you what I can. I'm still quite young myself, but I do my best to understand I'm saying not only our tribe, but other tribes.
Well, that's great. Could you tell me anything about, mudwings?
uh,
She's
Can I
Spark is
quickly make
not
an
leaving you
instinct check
alone.
on this guy?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah, she
Because
is.
he's setting off some red flags to me.
Yeah, she is.
She is setting off some red flags to me.
Yeah, she is not letting up. Nothing.
I got a 5 with fear.
Nothing. You've learned nothing.
Can I do it? Can I do it too?
You may, sure.
I'm just so horribly uncomfortable with how intense this Skywing is. And I'm not even the subject.
That's what did I roll? 12 or 14?
Yeah, 14.
Yeah, 14.
14,
So
yeah.
that's a 15.
You can tell that this dragon just recently hatched. I say recently enough that they're still considered young, maybe just barely old enough in order to attend the school. But you can tell that they're not just entirely Skywing. They seem to be a Skywing Mudwing hybrid.
All right, so I did a roll for knowledge, and I got a 17 with hope, and I'm rolling to try to recall knowledge about mudwings. So
you remember
that...
a good bit.
So I tell Spark what I can about mudwings, just making sure to take in the details of how she is, and would we say that I realize that she's part mudwing?
You definitely recognize some of the telltale signs.
So yeah, I tell her what I can recall about mudwings, and just ask, so one of your parents is a mudwing and the other is a skywing?
Oh yeah, Papa is.
And I suppose and have you only been around them?
Yeah, I haven't really been around a whole lot of the other people. Some of the other dragons. I tend to end up trying to stay with Mama most of the time.
I see. Well, that would explain why you don't know much, but not knowing much about the two tribes you're from. Well, either way, I think that you'll learn quite a bit while being here, and there surely are a number of gaps in my knowledge about.
Oh, goats! And she'll run off instantly.
Flamir's just going to shake his head, smiling, just knowing that she is just a younger dragon.
Yep, and it's around this time that White Moon will make her way over, looking to Cedar.
Hey, right. Come over here.
Oh, sure.
I'm just gonna sit over here for a bit. There.
Just melodramatic, looking over the edge.
No, I just actually like this spot. Unrelated. They actually have a little space down below from here, actually, that I have for myself. Yeah, you can probably see the desk from here, actually. It's just a desk sitting outside for no reason. I don't know why I didn't get like a roof or something, like a small, whatever. I gotta fix that. But yeah, how was the walk over?
You already eaten?
No, not hungry.
Fair enough. I tend to be a bit more of a light eater.
Did you see what happened with the cows? They all kind of look off. Like older.
Yes, I did notice that. I was gonna end up going and maybe getting one of them, but I've changed my mind.
Yeah. We should probably get that reported. So, how are you doing today?
I'm fine, I guess. A bit dizzy.
We got spam in chat.
Yeah, we do. We are just going to ban that.
Purged.
Good purged, idiot.
So, what's got you so dizzy then?
I tend to not really spend a whole lot of time out in the sun. It really messes with my eyes. I'm a bit more sensitive than most other dragons.
Hold on. I think I might have something for that. I can't help with the eyes, but the rest of you maybe. He's gonna cast. It's the spell called Tava's Armor, just giving a +1 bonus to armor score, but more or less he's using it as sort of like a light repelling, light blocking material.
Kind of like a
over the
overcoat.
A table question.
Sure, go for it.
Sorry. Does White Moon happen to be albino?
Yes, White Moon is albino.
Oh.
Though not perfectly albino, due to the fact that she is part Nightwing, so she still has some black kind of lightly faded in there for all of the white scales.
Okay.
Yeah, so the idea of what Cedar is doing is casting just a simple spell to make it less annoying. It's not going to do anything for the eyes, and I'm stretching the definition of armor here.
Yeah. I'll accept it.
This should last basically till tonight.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. I mean, what use is this kind of thing if I don't use it, right?
You're right, I guess. Well, I guess we could exchange some of our abilities.
Oh, yeah, that's 2 of mine now that I've shown you. I could show you how to do them, but what can you do?
Well, don't laugh at all of them. They're not all super useful. In fact, I will admit that I did lie about the book. I didn't cast a spell to protect it from fire. And she will pull out her book and kind of flip over to some of the pages where she does show that she was scribbling in there, but it wasn't yaoi. It was she was drawing Sunny specifically, though with a few of the more stupid like scavenger things. It seems she has taken an interest in some of the scavengers and has started drawing things with mustaches and beards on them, and Sunny now has some.
Well, while this is certainly enlightening, I actually don't know what to say. It's kind of funny, actually.
I can do some illusions and whatnot. Not very powerful things exactly. In fact, they're not exactly real, thus the name illusion. I can make certain things look different ways.
Yeah. I happen to be pretty good at that kind of stuff too. I actually noticed it when you cast it on the book. I just didn't want to call you out on it. Same for Flame Tongue. He noticed it too. Obviously.
I'm not exactly the best at hiding things, especially my distaste for being around, my mother as she's teaching classes. But I can do somewhat larger versions. This is just one of the smaller ones. For instance, I could make it so that way, well, let's say that entire bridge. I can take that bridge over there and more or less make it disappear or end up looking broken in certain ways. I'm trying to see if I can't end up making my illusions real, I guess would be a good word.
Sort of like the hand thing that I do?
Kind of, yes.
Or more?
It's a little bit more. I mean, let's say, for instance, I wanted to end up making a whole feast out there. I'd like to make it so that way it was real. I could help a lot of people that way. Feed a lot of hungry dragons.
Yeah, I had the goal of healing wounds and stuff. I could do that. It's just the current version of the spell that I have kind of sucks for me. It's really taxing to use on my rings. They get really hot, and then I don't know what's wrong with them. I gotta get them fixed up. But my original goal is to find ways to make it easier to understand other kinds of dragons, really. Like, I learned a bit of the mindset behind how Rainwing's camouflage. It's very spontaneous that I figured it out, but I did. And that kind of stuff. He's like very nervous, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
Very careful with his words, is what I should say.
Yep.
Have you heard? Sorry, this is a real person having a problem moment, not a character problem.
You're good.
Trying to figure out words as I'm saying them, which is bad. Have you had any progress with other kinds of magic? Or just the illusions?
I've mostly just focused on illusions. I've tried learning others. I don't seem to have a very good knack for a whole lot of other magics.
Yeah, I can make ice spikes and stuff, and I can put people to sleep magically.
That would be useful.
Which...
I could end up spending all day in the library.
Yeah, I'm not going to teach you that one.
Probably for the best, honestly. I would have
That one
definitely abused it.
Yeah, I'll be honest with you. That one is a personal favorite of mine.
Well,
it's very useful for life and death scenarios.
Well, it looks like lunch is getting nearly finished. We should probably be heading off. It was good talking with you, though.
Yeah, maybe we could talk to each other later today if you're free.
Yeah, I don't think we share any of the other classes together, but after classes are over, maybe?
Yeah, sure.
Do know this secret spot I'm not really supposed to end up telling others about. It's kind of a club.
Oh?
Well, I say it's a club, but it's really just me and Frostbite So it's not really much of a club. But I mean, if you were to join, that gives us a third person. It'd be a little bit more of a club.
Could I bring my friends too, or is that too much?
I don't see why not. As long as they don't end up telling anybody.
They won't.
Well, I guess I'll see you after school. Meet up here?
You see that desk over there?
Yeah.
I'll be there.
Well, I'll be here then.
All right.
I'll see you.
Off. Goodbye. Off to metalworking.
Yep. And as lunch is slowly coming to a close, you'll a cold snap. You'll end up hearing Frostbite. Hey, before you go, I was just curious if maybe have you ever heard of the night flight at the school?
Cold Snap just kind of blinks at him, confused.
It's kind of a thing that's done like once a year. I think there's a nickname kind of called like prom. I don't like that name though. But it's kind of like a thing where it's like a party and there's dancing and some drinks and some other stuff.
I assume there would be a lot of dragons at that party then.
Yeah, it's kind of a whole thing. Basically, the entire school ends up going, and usually it's, like couples tend to end up going together type thing.
Oh no. Implication canon.
Okay.
Well, I was just wondering if, if you were to end up, asking somebody to go, how would you end up asking them?
I wouldn't. I don't like crowds.
Oh, right. I don't either. I was just, curious. Well, I guess I'll see you later then.
By the way, Cedar is telepathically relaying all the information from that conversation that happened.
Yep.
To Flame Tongue.
See you later.
Flame Tongue is paying attention. Oh.
And he'll fly off devastated.
He's just so fucking devastated.
Flame Tongue is paying attention to the information that Cedar was relaying, but he also just walks. But they he just made sure that he walks past Cold Snap, and he just says, "Give him a chance," before walking up to his next class.
What?
Just confusion.
Just stares like, what?
Launches a door.
I don't.
Launches that in, or as the poor guy is rejected, unwitting to. Well, Cold Snap doesn't realize that you rejected him.
She doesn't even realize he was asking her. She's so fucking dead.
To be fair, that is literally the second time they've interacted.
Yeah.
I think he was trying to ask you out to the dance.
The wingman nobody asked for.
God. Cold Snap. Someone tries and fails to ask her out to the dance. Cedar, I can see something happening. Something's starting to build up over there. Meanwhile, Flame Tongue gets a hyperactive kid. Flame Weed.
Cold Snap just straight up rolled a nat 1 to perception.
Rolled a 1 and rolled a 1 and a 2 on the instinct check.
Like, huh?
What would the other?
Like, what was that about?
Oh my lord.
What would the other two be doing class-wise after this? Because Cedar's in the metalworking / blacksmithing class right now.
And I think that Flame Tongue would be like taking like something along the lines of anatomy or biology.
Then
Well,
you will
likely
be
anatomy, because I don't think that they would have studied biology.
you will be
Studied the
in
inner workings of biology quite yet.
that class then.
I am assuming we actually all were in history earlier.
Yep.
Yeah.
But so, yeah, okay. So, time to go to cultural appreciation.
Which is also taught in the same room as history, isn't it?
It is
Oh
indeed.
God. Is Stone staying with Cold Snap?
Yes, he stays with you forever.
He stays with you forevers.
It would be so unfortunate if Cold Snap and Frostbite had the same class.
Hey guys, you want to see something
Right
horrible?
after that.
Sushi, do it. Put Frostbite in there.
No, I already know everybody's class.
Meanwhile, wait,
Lightning
I was gonna say.
here.
Meanwhile, his tears.
But I imagine that White Moon and Frostbite probably talked a little bit after lunch.
Where did he go? Disappeared. Okay.
Frostbite being like, I
There
can't
is.
believe she didn't know this. I was trying to ask her out.
All right.
Cold Snap,
Who-
completely unknowing.
Who would like to do theirs first?
I suppose we could do Flame Tongue first, since it's been a while since he got to go.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty, Flame Tongue it is. You are there in the anatomy class, and teaching it is Clay. And you notice, as you end up getting over to a seat of your choosing, that immediately before long, the hyperactive dragon comes and sits down next to you. Oh my gosh, we have the same class again? Wait, not again. Lunch doesn't count as a class. At least I don't think it does. If it does, I'm acing it. Isn't that right, Dad? And Clay ends up saying, yep.
Oh, I
That
see who this
explains a
is.
lot.
I'm just going to look between Spark and Clay. And just like just stare at Spark wide-eyed. You're Lady Peril's child?
Oh, that's right. Everybody does call Mom Peril, but she doesn't seem very perilous.
Meanwhile,
And now at this point, Flame Tongue's brain is just like, how did they
skipping
seem
conversation
This is all just going on in his head.
Cedar's hearing this. It's like, could you please keep that to yourself, please? Like, please.
I don't need that imagery in my head.
Not right now, anyway.
Especially as I'm standing right in front of the mom as well.
Yeah.
Alright, so he's just going to let that go for now. Go for now, but just tuck in the back of his mind.
And
This is quite interesting.
with that, Clay begins to end up teaching the class all about everything that's kind of, about the dragon anatomy first. You definitely see that quite a few scavengers in particular are more interested in this topic, as they have never really learned a whole lot about dragons. Of course, all the other dragons kind of feel that it's a bit mundane and, not super important. You could tell a few of them chose it just to end up getting a few extra credits and stuff for other things. Or just because they didn't have anything that they really wanted to fill their time with. You definitely see a couple dragons that are just straight up asleep. But otherwise, the class goes fairly well. Do you have anything in particular you would like to do in here?
Well, I would like to say that as class is going on, if Flintung notices any humans being confused by something that's explained, he does his best to try and show them like certain examples, like anything about membrane, stuff like that.
Yep.
Oh hey, turns out ice breath is just incredibly dangerous. Don't touch it.
Yep.
Who knew? Being frozen sucks.
And like at certain points he will, now that he knows that Spark is the daughter of Clay and Peril, he just every now and then he'll look between Spark and Clay, just trying to see if he notices any similarities between the two.
Yeah, you definitely end up noticing a few in particular.
Aside from that, not much else.
Well, if that is it for you, then who else would like to end up going? Shall we do...
If Cedar wants to go next.
Cedar?
Oh, okay. I wasn't going to say me.
No, and neither was I.
Okay, well, I'll go then.
Perfect, because this is roughly around the same time that all that imagery of how in the world did they end up as you're immediately looking straight at Peril right at the exact same time, and that imagery is now stuck in your head.
Oh, geez.
Could I attempt to roll presence to deceive everyone into thinking that nothing is happening in my head?
You absolutely may.
I have a -1 to this.
Oh,
the pit of fire.
No.
So that's 12 with hope.
12 with hope,
12 for me.
It's not bad.
12?
You do well enough that your teacher Peril does not notice, at least. Though you can tell that Frostbite seems to notice something's going on with you.
Yep. Meanwhile, in the phone call happening in their heads, would you stop it, please? She's right in front of me.
I'm sorry.
And Peril begins to teach some of the metalworking class, although none of it is perfectly, taught. As you see, she ends up picking up some metal and starts to metalwork it with her own hands, and then starts to remember, oh yeah, not everybody ends up having fire scales, and starts to go back in order to teach the actual metalworking process.
Oh, well, that's still pretty cool.
Yeah, it definitely ends up helping whenever you're fighting in an arena. Ignore that I said that. I didn't say that.
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Good. I can't end up getting in trouble from Sunny for doing that again.
Again?
You didn't hear that.
No, I didn't.
And she will continue to end up teaching the metalworking class. You end up learning quite a bit, actually. In fact, you end up learning some very simple and very basic techniques in order to make jewelry to start off with. She doesn't really want to get into weaponry yet.
Yeah, considering what happened the day before, it might give some people problems. The only other student in here besides me.
Well, there's more than that. This is just, him and then one random student
Oh,
in
I
here.
didn't.
There is
I'll be
more,
honest,
though.
I genuinely couldn't see that one.
That one is
Same.
hiding. It's blending in.
And then they moved.
Yep. But
Oh, hey, it's this guy.
Yep. Oh, hey. How's it going?
Fine, I guess. You look like you got hit in the head with a boulder. You okay?
Yeah, I mean, I'm fine. I always look this way.
Press X to doubt.
Exactly. Exactly.
I mean, look, I don't even need to think about it too hard to know what that look is. You okay, man?
Yeah, I mean, it's not the first time that I've, been shot down.
I mean, you met her today. Give it a little time. Don't give up.
Yeah, I mean, everybody usually doesn't quite get along with me due to my monotone voice.
Buddy, listen. You are not even close to as monotone as she is. Trust me. You don't have it that bad.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you're right. I don't know. Do you think I should just keep trying, or should I just end up giving up? There is a really nice pool of lava just right there.
Oh my god!
I'm just gonna summon the hand behind him, making the little push motion. That one. I'm just gonna push him away from. I'm gonna push him away from the lava.
Man, it's like nobody ends up getting sarcasm.
I mean, I'm actually doing it, by the way. I want the hand. Where's the hand?
Yeah.
How do I grab the hand?
All you have to do is
Sir,
at
your
the top
monotone
right,
voice
you'll
does
see
not
unique
show-
characters, and you can end up seeing the hands there.
Ah, there it is. The stop. How do I do that? I just grab it. And
Yep, you just grab it and drop it.
It's in the lava. Ignore that.
Sir, your monotone does not help with trying to imply sarcasm.
I'm just gonna stick it right here. Just gonna. Then I'm gonna. Yeah. I'm sorry. I can't take jokes like that as jokes.
Well,
Plus,
I
there
guess,
really should be a guardrail around there anyway.
I guess so. The school's not exactly up to standard, I suppose.
Yeah. Look.
So unfortunate.
Look, you really shouldn't give up. I wouldn't go straight back into the same kind of thing. Just try to be friends first, you know? It might be hard, but
I don't
can't be any harder
exactly.
than what you're going through otherwise.
Yeah, I don't exactly have a whole lot of friends. I guess I could try and start there.
I was invited to that club you guys have. You and, player forgetting name.
White Moon.
White Moon. Yeah, you and White Moon have. So.
You heard about that? Oh.
Yeah, she told me, and also, Cold Snap might be going with too. I have to find out, but yeah.
Cold
So if
Snap's
that does
going?
happen, then
Oh, that's cool.
maybe I haven't
I
told
didn't
her.
mean
So.
that.
I mean, you know, press X to doubt.
You just
Anyway.
slightly hear him perk up.
Yeah, just very slightly, very slightly. But yeah, look, if you wind up getting the chance to talk to her again, there, it might be better. You know. Poof.
Oof.
You didn't really seem to care about the giant hand, by the way. What's up with that?
Well, I mean, I did see you bring it up in the other class.
Yeah, but I mean, fair enough. Well,
Anyways, we should probably get back to metalworking because it looks like the teacher's, kind of lost in her own thoughts of melting things.
Miss Peril, that piece of metal is literally a puddle on the floor now.
You see she's kind of, stirring it around with her fingers a little bit, just kind of poking and prodding at it. Oh,
you could,
right.
Yeah.
Where was I again? I've kind of lost track of time.
You were, what was she saying?
I think it was something about a necklace or rings and...
Oh, yeah, the rings, yes. These, he's just gonna show off his rings. They're, like, very misshapen and not consistent. I gotta get these remade at some point, so if I can learn how to do that, that'd be great.
Oh, right. And she will continue the lesson until eventually class is over. And that is all of the classes that are there for the day.
Wait, we forgot about Cold Snap.
No, Cold Snap doesn't exist.
Okay, we can just skip that one if you want. It's basically Sunny saying the same stuff again anyway, isn't it?
Sunny gets confused a lot of the times. Sunny
mixes up the two classes.
will make her way back down. And she will also kind of begin to teach. She ends up teaching, a whole bunch of the cultural exchange, dipping into history as well. She can't seem to differentiate the two. And
to be fair, that is a very positive outlook on things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And during it, White Moon will kind of start passing notes over towards Cold Snap.
Cold Snap doesn't realize for a minute, but then looks over and is like, oh, just thinks it, but gingerly takes the note, or notes or whatever, to read them.
I swear, there's a note asking if Cedar is single.
The first note is specifically mentioning if you would like to end up joining into the club that she also ended up inviting Cold Snap to. And then the second note is, Cedar. And then the second one is asking if, you ended up reading the first note and you just ignored it. And then the third note is, saying, never mind, ignore the second note. I could tell you just weren't looking that whole time. My bad.
Oh, that's great.
Cold Snap finally having read the first note. And then the other two quickly scribbles on some scrap paper asking what is the club about. Also, sorry for not paying attention, and then just hands it over. Like, quickly sliding it.
She'll look at it before kind of smiling a little bit, and she'll write on the note before kind of passing it back again. It's saying, specifically, we like to end up making clothes and hats for the Scavengers.
Cold Snap looks at it.
And then looks at Snack Size.
Hard to read look. Then looks over at Snack Size. Still hard to read. She actually looks kind of really mad because she's her.
Yeah.
But then she quickly writes down her response of, yeah, sure. Then slides it back.
She'll smile after she ends up reading it. Sunny, completely oblivious the entire time, simply enjoying talking about the story that she told just earlier today, again, for the second time.
Yeah.
Eventually, class will end. Do you have anything that you would like to do before White Moon ends up leaving?
Well, now that class is over, Colesamp's gonna look over at White Moon and like, so, earlier Frostbite started asking about what I would do if, how would I ask someone to the night flight? I'd never even heard of that before. And I said I wouldn't because I don't like clouds. He kind of just flew away really fast. What was that about?
You can see she ends up kind of face palming a little bit. Oh. Oh. I told him he really should, try and... He was inviting you to go along with him. He's interested in you since it seems you two are similar.
What? Oh. That. Oh. Confused cold snap.
Confused snap.
She's like, that's why he flew away so fast like that? I thought he was just asking for advice or something.
Yeah, it sounds like he might have been asking so he could ask you in that way.
Oh. Yeah, she's gonna get a little closer. Ah! No, she's not spazzing out. If I'm honest, I don't really like crowds because I can just feel everybody's emotions. It's very taxing on me.
Maybe you could tell him that, and I don't know, if you are interested in him, he might try and find something else. If not, then let him down gently.
If I knew he was asking me out to the night flight, I probably would have done that. I barely know him, but he does seem very nice.
That's usually how it kind of starts out. You could try and be friends with him. See if that takes it anywhere.
I might give him the chance of friendship.
Well, so far you're doing a pretty good job along with me.
Oops. That does remind me. I heard that you made the desk in the library.
I did.
It's pretty good work. But I do have one question. I'm gonna look around real quick to see if anyone is close enough to hear other than me, White Moon, and Stone.
As far as you could tell, as long as you whisper, nobody should be able to hear you besides the three of you.
Okay, I am whispering. I noticed there was a false drawer and a book under the false bottom in that drawer. I'm a bit curious about that.
You found one of the 4 secret compartments in there? That's pretty cool.
4?
Yeah, I made 4 of them. I like
Um,
puzzles, more or less, and so I like to create sort of little things like that.
did you put the book in there?
Oh, which one did you open?
You have multiple drawers with false bottoms in that desk.
Well, the desk has 4 drawers, 1 for each, although each of them are hidden in a different way, so you can't end up using the exact same way you found one to get the others. So
Well,
which
I'm just
one
gonna
did you find?
tell her. I'm gonna tell her.
It was the top left
the
one.
one I found.
Yeah.
Because I don't remember.
You...
Oh wait, yeah. The one in the top left.
That one. I don't think I put a book in there. Although good on you on finding that one. That one was probably medium difficulty out of all of them. Not the easiest, but not the hardest. So good on you for finding that one.
Interesting. She actually gets kind of a look to her that's a little bit different than usual. It's still hard to read, but there's something there. Like, she's trying to solve a different kind of puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Like, who could have put the book there? And then she, mutters, do you have any other classes after this?
I don't think there's any more classes after this. I think that's the end of the day.
Right. Well, when is the meeting thing of your club?
About an hour after everything's over, which I guess would have started about 5 minutes ago since we've been talking. So about 55 more minutes.
55 real life minutes. I'm kidding.
Well, do you have anything else planned between now and then? Or...
Not really, if you just want to hang out until then.
We could do that. That does sound quite interesting. I noticed you have lighter scales than Night, but you don't really look like you're half Icewing.
Yeah, it was something I was just kind of hatched with. It just it's kind of always been a thing.
Interesting. I'm thinking.
Well, you can tell me a little bit about your friend over here as she motions over towards Stone, aka Snack Size. He looks like he could end up using some new clothes for certain. Maybe a good hat.
Yes, specifically a hat.
And she turns to him and is like, "Hey, Snack Size, do you want new clothes? Maybe a hat."
You could see Snack Size does not understand the word hat yet, but kind of looks down at his clothes, thinks a little bit about it, and kind of nods. Is old clothes also partially covered in old dead friend?
Good point. She looks over at Whiteman. Yeah, he could use some new clothes.
Perfect. He can end up coming, and we can end up dressing him up this time. I don't always take some of the scavengers without their permissions, but I do sometimes when I want to give them clothes or hats.
Oh.
They'll thank me eventually.
What?
Probably, maybe.
It's a little bit weird.
It's always nicer whenever they volunteer.
But why do you take any of them without their permission?
Not all of them understand Draconic, and some of them are wearing really, really terrible clothes. Some of them are hardly wearing any clothes at all. It's weird watching them walk around without anything.
If I could make a suggestion, you could just make some clothes that would fit most of them and hand them out, maybe.
I was thinking of making something called sweatpants that would fit everyone.
What? Coldstone actually has an incredibly confused look.
You'll see.
I don't even know how to react.
I'll make one for our friend over here. It'll look great. You'll see.
Also, quick question. Has Morris been standing there all day?
Morris
So.
has just been listening to more and more of Sunny's talking, learning new things about sandwiches the entire time. Also, there's just been a dead guard over here this whole time. I need to kill him. He's gone.
Wait.
Oh wait, where's it at? Where's it at?
Yeah, I already deleted it. Yeah, there was just a guard. It was a guard from last session. It was just right here this entire time.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my god.
I was wondering what that smell was.
But with that, that's about the end of everyone's classes. For real this time. I didn't forget anybody. I swear.
But what about Morris?
Morris spent his entire day here. He scheduled the same class 3 times in a row.
And with that, we go to our final area. Unless you guys want to meet up to talk about anything, I will teleport everybody to their secret club.
We can assume that as long as I have telepathy active with at least one person, that person and Cedar share all information that is relevant. Teleport us.
Woo.
Teleportation.
Oh my lord.
I will catch up Cold Snap at some point. Or would Cold Snap have come looking for either of us in the meantime?
I have a feeling Cold Snap and Whiteman just ended up chattering quite a bit.
Fair.
Cedar. And then White Moon's on the bottom. There we go.
Just the absolute density. Oh.
Where we go?
We are up here.
Tricky.
Oh, it's a rooftop thing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there is an actual roof over the cave. I just didn't want to have to bother putting it up. And
I'm gonna have Cedar just over here by the wall because he feels more comfortable when there's something behind him.
I will change the time of day, including that looks good there. And let's change this over to this one. I think that one's good. No, it's not that one. Which one is it? Gothic Castle. That's right. That's what it was. There you go. You guys end up eventually meeting up in the secret area above the Stone Forge area. It's a little warm up here, except for our 2, ice wings who can end up dealing with heat a little bit better. And also our Skywing who can, also deal with a little bit of heat due to, flames already. But they end up meeting up here, and Morris, as well as Snack Size, who pretty much always hides underneath Cold Snap's wing at this point, is up here. And you can see both White Moon and Frostbite are up here. Right. Well, we're all here. We've already got 2 of our scavengers up here who are volunteers.
I'll kind of look over at Morris.
Yeah, I'm gonna. Can we get some kind of light in here? I'm gonna have Cedar cast a small, like, little poof of flame somewhere, like in the middle.
Well, if you're gonna do that, I need this fire. No, this one fire. We'll do a ghostly light.
Woo.
Okay. So he just snaps his talons, and a slew of sparks come out, and they light up like that. So, yeah.
So, I already ended up talking to Cold Snap about what this club is. Cedar and Flame Tongue, are y'all aware?
I have not had any explanations for. I have not received any explanations for what this is all for.
I don't really know still, but
We
yeah.
make clothes and hats for scavengers.
Oh. That's interesting.
Well, we noticed that they all seem to wear vastly different things a lot of the times. Different colors, different, shapes and forms, and we like to dress them up.
All right.
I've already been working on one recently. It's nearly complete. It is a hat. And she will end up pulling out a little hat. It looks a little floppy on the top. If you can think of Robin Hood, Men in Tights, it's that little hat. She pulls it out. It's missing just a little bit. It's almost finished. And she does a little bit of sewing in order to keep the little floppy bit kind of stable a little bit more before she kind of smiles at her work. Right. Cedar, would you like to put it on one of them?
Yeah. I'm gonna hold on. Where's it? Where is it? There you are. He's gonna have it take the hat. Mm-hmm.
Really big hand for a really little guy.
Yep, just...
Oh no.
He's gonna put the hat on this one, which is Morris, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
You put it on
in this
Morris.
game, isn't the mage hand the size of the dragon, the size of the person using it?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's even funnier.
I can technically shrink it because the DM let me do it earlier, but
yeah,
he's not going to. He's just gonna drop it and hope it lands on the head properly.
Oh,
it
my
lands
Lord.
just a little lopsided, but Morris kind of fixes it up a little bit. This
is he still wearing full armor, by the way?
No,
Oh my gosh,
no. This is just the arm. This is just the model. I had to distinguish him from the army somehow, but honestly, I kind of like the way this looks, so I'm just gonna keep it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
But it plops on his head a little lopsided. He kind of fixes it up as he kind of looks up a little bit. It seems a little weird, but I mean, it's not the worst. Do you think people would end up buying more sandwiches if I wore this? White Moon not missing a beat. Absolutely they would. I think the hat makes you look distinguished.
I would like to ask how you market your sandwiches.
Oh,
Do you just talk about them a lot?
I definitely do. I was thinking about, giving little samples out to people that they could try before, they try and buy them.
How big are the samples you're planning to give out? Don't make them too big, or people will get full and not want to buy any sandwich.
Yeah, I was thinking about cutting every sandwich into fourths, so that way there's a fourth each that everybody could end up trying one out. In fact, since I knew we were all kind of getting together, I took the liberty of making some sandwiches. They're not exactly dragon-sized, I apologize, but if everybody would like to try some.
What kind are they?
Well, this one has a little bit of lamb chop. I didn't want to take any of the cows. The cows looked a little sickly. So
They
I've
did.
got a bit of some lamb's meat that I ended up finding in one of the pens. Then I ended up getting a little bit of tomato. I ended up cooking the tomato for a little while before putting it on. I ended up bringing some mayonnaise from my own home island. It's traveled actually pretty well, I'm surprised. Used that, and then finally topped it off with a little bit of lettuce.
That sounds interesting.
In the background, by the way, after this explanation, I'm gonna take the time to. I'm gonna be casting telepathy again, but this time with Cold Snap.
Oh.
Don't panic. This is me. I'm doing this.
Cold Snap slightly tenses up, but it's really hard to see because it's dark.
I can
What
see in your
exactly
face.
is?
Sorry.
As that's going on, Flintoon just asked Morris, "What is mayonnaise?"
Is mayonnaise an instrument?
God.
It'd be really weird to end up putting a instrument in a sandwich. I've never thought to do so. But no. In short,
That was
it's
over the table.
Oh, was it? I thought you were asking in character.
No.
No, you know what? No, no. But yeah, back what I was saying to Cold Snap. You have this look on your face like you found out something and you can't wait to tell us. So I figured I'd jump the gun a little bit.
Cold Snap glances at him, and her eyes slightly flicker to White Moon, back at Cedar again.
You can talk back to me. In your head.
She then thinks, so it turns out White Moon made the desk.
Did she know about the book?
She claims she didn't.
I guess we'll find out then, won't we? He's
And
gonna
apparently,
turn. Oh, sorry, go
there's
ahead.
more. There's apparently 4 secret compartments, not just the one.
We'll have to have them open then, at some point. But first, I
Will.
think I'm gonna have a talk here. Maybe show the book.
Good idea.
Hey, White Moon. Gonna move my character model a little bit.
Hopefully without spazzing out.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah. What?
So he's gonna pull out his scroll and pop it open and take out the book from the desk and close it, but it'll put the scroll case away. Do you happen to know what this is?
It looks like a book.
This was in that desk in the library.
The one that you mentioned, as she'll look over at Cold Snap. Is that the book you were talking about?
Cold Snap nods. Yeah.
Oh, well. What's in it?
Magic that I can't even begin to describe. It's
Is it
violent.
Oh, never mind. Never mind.
The last page was ripped out and has something to do with death. A lot of the army that had come here all spontaneously died, and it was someone in the crowd of students that was out there that used it. And I've been trying to figure out who all day. I thought it was you, but
Cold Snap kind of gloating in his head. I was right. It was just an embarrassing secret, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was actually. He's not saying that out loud, obviously.
Yeah.
That's horrible to hear.
I'm not accusing you of anything, but it is definitely concerning that there's someone here. Like, it's just that you apparently made that desk. I was asking around and I heard that somewhere, and he's just bullshitting, by the way.
Yeah.
Well, the fact that the people who came here were looking for something in that desk. I think there's someone in this school that doesn't. Well, it might not be necessarily on our side of things.
What do you think we should do? Should we tell some of the teachers, or?
I think.
Sunny, Clay, and your father Starflight already know about it. In fact, they're the first ones that we told about it before someone used the spell on the ripped out page to kill all those invading soldiers. And none of them knew anything, not even your father.
I'm actually surprised they let me keep the book, but I guess they figured it'd be safer here than anywhere else in the school.
I guess my father is a bit of a high figure and would probably be found first if it was with him. No offense, but nobody knows who any of us are. And so it's probably is better safer with us. Or you,
Plus,
in this case.
Yeah, and, you know, I can hide things probably better than you can, honestly. You know how. I mean.
Yeah.
Precision, not large spaces, you know?
Yeah, I can really only do big, wide areas, and they're easily broken.
Where the heck are you going?
I'm just kind of right here at this edge.
Big hand pushback. Kidding.
I won't let somebody jump into the lava, but I'll push you in.
You'll survive.
Oh my lord.
Nah. And what do you think, friend? I'm not actually saying it like that. Frostbite, what do you think about all of this?
Well, it sounds really bad what ended up happening. I kind of ended up seeing the aftermath a little bit from what you said with the army. It it kind of disturbed me. I actually planned on leaving, but White Moon convinced me to stay.
Did you notice anyone acting odd about it afterward? Like they weren't bothered by it or anything?
I was honestly too focused on looking at all of, to look at anyone else.
Yeah. And you, White Moon, where were you during all of that? I am having a spaz attack. Hold on. There we go.
Spaz attack.
I was still kind of, well, I mean, after you ended up saving us in the main room, the auditorium and theater. I kind of stayed with the others in order to watch all of the prisoners and whatnot.
Oh yeah, you were there, weren't you?
Yeah.
Making that up.
Yep. I was kind of just watching everybody there, and, well, it was strange because it seemed to affect everybody in that room as well.
That's odd. This is some high-powered magic then, if it's able to affect specifically everyone. And it didn't affect Morris. So somebody there had to have known.
I think either they knew that Morris had turned against them, or maybe they had specifically used it to eliminate everyone that was against all of us here at the school. So
Either way, directed and targeted magic like that is beyond me.
Yes, and again, White Moon, we aren't accusing you of anything, but are you sure that you had no knowledge of that book being in the desk?
Yeah, you created it. You made those compartments. Nobody else would know them better than you, right?
Yeah, unless anybody else went in, the only people who really end up knowing of any secret compartments is, well, my mother and my father. They're the ones who end up going through it the most. The desk has been there for a while, though. If somebody ended up stumbling around long enough, they might have potentially found them. But if that's the case, they definitely had to have been a student here for a while, at least. Or at least one of the teachers here for a while.
I do remember something, actually. That drawer had a lot. I had a... hold on. You know what? Yeah, go ahead. I have something to say after that.
So, I was just going to ask if I could make a to see if I can tell whether or not she's telling the truth.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll instinct.
And while that's happening, I do remember, actually, they couldn't get into the drawer because it was locked. Who has the key?
Only the staff that works here.
So if only they could get into it, presumably. And only 2 people knew about them directly.
It looks like
Maybe. I'm gonna think over the cold snap. Do you think it was one of her parents potentially that knew about it?
I'm not sure. Maybe it's a good idea to ask about a list of the different teachers that have been here the longest, other than the Dragonettes of Death.
Yeah. I don't.
Yeah,
I'm gonna go ahead. Sorry.
So would it make sense to be able to use a hope to add friend to all to my role? Like, oh, I am trying to be friendly with everyone, so I try to make sure that I pay attention to how they're acting, so I can notice if anything's off with them.
Yeah.
All right, so that would bring it up. So that ends up resulting in 16 with hope.
Okay. And you're specifically trying to see if she's lying or not about anything?
Yeah, whether or not she's being truthful or whether or not she's lying.
You can tell that she is definitely telling the truth about everything, although she is not saying everything that she knows.
Oh, we'll certainly have to bring this all up with Sunny and ask about what other teachers there have been here.
I think, honestly, unless we find some other information about who might have figured out how to access it, the only two people that we can really turn to immediately happen to be your parents, White Moon. Not to accuse them, but to figure things out. Your mother, she wasn't here yesterday, was she?
No, she was out.
Where?
She
It's
didn't.
pretty convenient timing.
She didn't really tell me, although I do know that she had some form of errands, but that's all I know is what she said.
So if this book of extremely dangerous and powerful magic was hidden in a desk that you made, that you and your parents know of, the secret compartments that only the staff of this building have access to.
Well,
hold on, I wasn't done.
Oh, sorry.
Then, at the same time, your mother, who happens to also be the teacher of magic in this school, happens to be gone when something like that happens. And you don't know why she was gone. I mean...
Do you really think it might be her?
I don't know if it was her, I'll be honest, but at the very least, if we could get some information.
If I could say...
Yeah, sure.
The staff have the keys, however, obviously at least some of the staff has dragonettes. How many of the teachers have the dragonettes exactly?
Well, obviously we are standing in front of one of them, and then there's also, well, the two of you. Well, you recall that Skywing Mudwing Dragonette who came up and started asking questions, correct? Spark. Turns out that she's the daughter of Clay and Lady Peril.
Oh. Well, that's interesting.
Yes.
Well, I was more asking White Moon since she's one of the kids of the staff. I thought maybe she might know a little more.
Yeah, our parents, they liked to have us be friends with some of the others. I know Sunny has a child, though I don't really get to see them very much. They're roughly about same age as me and Blizzard, or yeah, Frostbite here. They're not at this school though. There's obviously Spark. They've only recently come of age in order to start coming to the school. I do think that Kibble and Moon have a child. They seem to have been a bit large in this. I know that Turtle and Kinkajou, was it? No, it wasn't Kinkajou. Or was, yes, it was. It was Turtle and Kinkajou. They have an egg together, not hatched yet. It's, well, I guess you've mostly see everybody here who is part of that main crew who had a child.
What of Princess Tsunami? Doesn't she also work here at the school?
No, she hasn't worked in the school for a while now.
Interesting. Well, I know what I need to do. I'm probably going to be speaking to your parents. Not with any ill intention or accusations, but given the coincidences, I feel it's necessary to at least talk to them.
I understand.
Maybe they could help us find the truth, one way or the other.
We should all get some rest. It's been a long night. Enjoy that hat, Morris. We'll make clothes another time when things aren't so stressful.
I'm sorry to ruin the moment.
No, it's fine. It sounds important what we're doing. I guess our new club's gonna be the Super Sleuths Club.
We could do both.
And I would
Yes, I
prefer a club that's just making clothes, really.
Well, when we're not doing anything too stressful, we can make the clothes.
Okay.
And with that, White Moon is gonna kind of head on out, and Frostbite, not Blizzard, will kind of start to follow, giving a quick glance over to Cold Snap before continuing on.
Cold Snap completely misses the glance.
Big Hand will follow. I'm kidding. It's gonna die.
Do all of you go ahead and get a rest for the night?
Yes. Yeah.
Cold Snap will stay out here for about an hour and just watch the sky.
Notably, Cedar is going to hide the dangerous spellbook somewhere else. I'll figure that out and I'll talk to the DM about it where the players can't hear it, just in case.
No worries.
And also on top of that, there will be if it's cool, I'm gonna have an illusion copy of the actual book in the scroll case as well.
Okay. As you all end up getting some rest, y'all know how I love to leave off on cliffhangers. Y'all wake up and y'all, do your regular routine, get a little bit of food, get ready for class, and right as you guys are getting ready in order to head out, y'all can hear a scream coming from the theater/auditorium room.
Oh dear.
Someone saying, what have you done now?
Are y'all heading over?
Yes, we are.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm gonna grab. Oh, you're grabbing me.
I'm grabbing everybody.
Except for me.
Oh, did you
Fell.
leave? You left the area.
I left the group, yeah.
No.
I'll leave.
I have
these
no
two
clue where
over
I
here.
am.
I will spawn you in the area.
Okay.
Cold Snap.
Oh my god, is that fucking Sunny?
You all see as you enter in, Sunny is bleeding profusely. Breaths are shallow, and written on the wall in her own blood, as you can see, her hand is covered in it, meaning she had to write it in her own blood with her own hand, is written, "Leave it alone. Stop trying to look for me."
Oh.
Flintstone's just not even going to bother with looking at the writing. He's just going to go over and try to help with stopping the bleeding.
You can see Sunny is bleeding extremely badly, to the point where if she does not receive any form of actual healing, she is going to die.
This right here? Yep, right here. Okay. I'm gonna grab this one as well. I have healing magic that I am going to use.
Yes, you do.
Not final words, no. Healing hands.
Final words, my goodness.
No, that's not it. Mending touch is the one I have. I'm gonna spend 2 hit points. Actually, wait. Would healing hands work better? Yeah, but it's not guaranteed. Okay. Yeah, mending touch. I'm going to do my best to alleviate some of the problem, or at least stop the bleeding. Restores 1 HP. Notably, it takes a few minutes, though.
Yep. You manage to stop the bleeding, but you do notice her eyes closed. She is still breathing. But you can tell that she has entered into some form of coma.
Mm-hmm.
And that, unless Flametongue wants to do something real quick, is where we'll end it.
No, I was just going to say no. Flametongue's healing.
Oh, okay.
He was basically just trying to stop the flow of blood.
Yep. That is where we will end our session for today.
Oh boy.
Excellent cliffhanger, but damn it, why her?
Right?
You bastard!
I will leave it open if you guys want to end up talking a little bit about what happened with the audience and whatnot, who can listen in.
Well, just a player-to-player discussion, and we'll get this one on stream. What did you guys think about how Cedar was today?
I think the things with him went fairly well.
Yeah, same.
I'm getting more of an idea of how he is outside of combat, I hope.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
He sounds very tired.
Yeah, he's
tired and
got a lot on his head, you know.
Yeah.
Two tired people and the cheery one who tries to make friends.
Yeah.
A cheery one who tries to make friends and is very hyperactive. One who could use a little bit of her own self-confidence, boosted. And another one who is automatically smitten with the first person who seems to be like him.
Yeah, that part. Meanwhile, Cold Snap, what happened? What was that about?
And then there's Cedar, the guy who's he's got plenty of that self-confidence thing going on. He just really doesn't know what to do about that.
Yeah. I would honestly say that Cold Snap doesn't really feel unconfident. She's just pretty introverted because she doesn't really care for other dragons taking how she talks wrong.
I do admit Flametongue had a few really neat moments today.
He absolutely did.
Tormenting Cedar in class is a funny one because of the spell that was cast.
Yeah.
And then also Wingman.
I didn't expect the romance subplot.
So here, that's like, but Flametongue is all for it.
Flametongue is gonna encourage.
Yeah,
this is going to go so well.
Just the moment where Flametongue finds out that that Spark is the daughter of Clay and Peril. Like, wait, but wait. I know that he's resistant to fire, but
No, stop. I'm standing in front of the one that's on fire.
Go sleep.
Yeah, no, oh no, what am I tapping?
So you're like, please, no more. Stop thinking.
He broke the connection with Flame Tongue to create the one with Cold Snap because of that.
Yes.
You've lost your mind meld privileges.
You lost your phone call privileges.
Okay. Also, I do have to ask, Sushi, will you try and start a romance plot between Cedar and White Moon?
Will I? Well, audience will definitely have to end up finding out. But with that, we are going to end everything here, including the discussions. Thank you, everybody, for watching. If you're watching this on YouTube, check it out on Twitch. We live stream these. If you're on Twitch, check out the YouTubes. That's where we end up, keeping all of our video evidence of our crimes.
Yeah, don't ask about episodes 1 and 2 of the last one.
Yeah, don't do that.
We don't talk about those.
We don't talk about those. But
we're completely innocent, I promise.
For both sides, check out the Discord. That's where we all end up hanging out at, where we stream these. I'm sure that my players would love to answer any questions that you have about their characters and just talk in general. But with that, we'll catch you guys next time.